Hello everyone, this is So Close Snow, and today we're doing another Source Filmmaker tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about lighting, and lighting is an interesting subject, especially on Source Filmmaker and film in general, because lighting can be extremely relative to what you're actually doing. So what I'm going to be talking about is pretty much the I guess what would you say? I guess how you would approach a certain shot in Source Filmmaker, because from what I've seen is people that make Source Filmmaker videos just every now and then. I mean, they won't have epic lighting, and which is understandable because not all of us are studying film, and it's kind of interesting to see that people don't really don't really use like correct lighting as much as they could, and it just makes like a whole heck of a difference when you actually do it correctly. Um, and again, that term correctly is very loose because it's extremely relative. All depending on what you actually want to see. If you actually only want to see, if you barely want to see anything at all, that's up to you. Or if you want like the scene to be extremely bright, it's extremely relative. But I'll go ahead and show you guys what you can do to make a scene look pretty cool. Like right here we have a heavy, and he's just standing there, and you might be looking at it and we're like, well, the lighting looks pretty cool. This is without anything at all. I haven't touched any of the camera settings or the tone map scale. I haven't touched anything at all. It's just the camera, 35 millimeter. It's just standing there. There's nothing done with it at all. There's no lights. And in my first shot right here, I'm going to move the sliders, same exact shot. I'll show you what this shot looks like with my custom lighting. And see, it looks completely different. You can differentiate what exactly you want your attention to be on, which is the heavy. You have the brightest area being right here on his face, which is what the attention wants to be. And that's what you have to remember when it comes to lighting and cinematography, is that it's the most important thing is what the attention has to be on in that shot, in that particular shot. And so the first one here, we don't, I mean, it's bright, and then you have this, which is like I wouldn't probably say the moon and the house and the heavy are probably like the brightest, but you don't have like a clear perception as to what to focus on. I mean, maybe let's say it's kind of a weird example. I just kind of put this together in like a minute or two, but it's a bad it is kind of a bad example. But the heavy is what you're focusing on, but it doesn't have that pop as the same as this one right here. As when I put all the three different types of lighting together, and the three different types of lighting, if you don't know them already, there's a fill light. That's what they call them. A key light and a backlight. They're pretty much exactly what you would think they do. The fill light. Go ahead and show you the fill light. I'll move it around on the camera. Dang it, that was a noob move. Okay, the fill light is what just fills up the whole scene, and I'll go ahead and move it. Without it, we just have this, which kind of looks cool on its own. But if we put it back, we have more life to the scene. And the key light is exactly what it sounds like. The key is the key part of the shot, which I made it somewhat bright, made it more, I guess, more blue than the other, and I put it right on his face, which is where you want the attention of the person, or where I wanted the attention of people looking at. And the backlight is, well, the backlight would be on his front, but it's not. It doesn't mean it's behind someone. It doesn't always mean it's behind somebody, or it could be in front of something, in front of an object or anything, but it's behind relative to who's sitting and watching. So it's behind the heavy, but it's in front of him, if that makes any sense at all. And with this, it'll light up the edges around him. So if I move it, It doesn't really. He has edges that are already like map wise created with the Valve engine or whatever. But without it or with it, you have the blue edges that give it more of a pop. So when you look at it together, it has more of a it gives it more of a three dimensions, which is what you're trying to do with lighting. Um, it's pretty much what the three key points of lighting do, which is try to make the scene more 3D. And that sounds weird because you're like, wait, it's already in 3D. But what you're talking about when it comes to making like a single image 3D is that the image itself is just imagine it's just one eye. So one eye only sees in 2 dimensions. But so you're trying to make it so it seems more like 3 dimensions. And so this first one here, I mean, it looks, yeah, everyone's like, okay, yeah, it's 3D, it's TF2, I get it, I've seen it 100 times, but it doesn't have that pop that the one with the lighting has. And this is just the way I do it, because I like doing it by hand, but there's a completely other way you can do lighting, which is the pre-built, like a Source Filmmaker one that comes with it. I don't really like too much, because you can't really mess with it as much as at least I want, but it looks cool in certain situations, and I'll show you how to do it on this one. And they when they released a bunch of the tutorials, they showed you how to do it, which was you just get whatever body part you want emphasized or whatever, and most people just do the head for this one. And you go here, body, and then you right click on it, and you go DAG, utilities menu, and then create lights. And you get this epic looking thing that comes with pretty much all the ones that I went through. Key, fill, and bounce light, rim light. There are all these other types of fancy lights, but they all pretty much have the same effect. And their key light that they present you with is a little over the top, at least for me, in which I really don't know how they create this type of light, but I mean, it looks cool, but I don't know how you change the color of this thing exactly. I've tried changing it before, and there's no other way of changing it. I really have no idea. I might be just stupid, and there's probably some simple way to do it, but I really have no honest idea how to do it. But I mean, it gives you the same effect as the one I have here, but this one is I guess a little more professional. But I like the way I do it. I like doing it by hand just because it's just I don't know, that's my personal opinion. But again, lighting is completely relative, and you can do the same thing with this one if you can. Well, we should be able to change the colors of each of the lights. At least it should let you. So we got an ass light over here. Let's see. Make them a little more blue. And yes, again, you are seeing that correctly. In Source Filmmaker, the lighting is awkward. Oh wait, you can change it. What the hell? That's weird. I tried doing it earlier and it didn't let me change the color. But there you go. There's the two. Obviously, the Source Filmmaker one is 10 times better than mine. But again, I still like doing it by hand. And I mean, this is kind of awkward because you want the attention on the other side. Which one is that one? It's the ass light. It's the fill light, the rim light. There you go. There you go. There's your two different ones. There's mine, and then there's the built-in Source Filmmaker one. And again, I still don't like it. You can finagle with these and maybe make it look better, but I still don't like it because it still looks extremely artificial. Like it looks like you're purposely lighting that area, and at least it feels like a spotlight kind of thing. And you can delete this one and make it seem better, but I still like mine. Again, lighting is extremely relative, and I'll go ahead and show you by the power of editing. Another project where I did it, where I set up lighting, like, and it just freaked me out because I was like, wow, this is kind of impressive. But it really shows you the difference between no lighting and customizing lighting yourself. So by the power of editing, we just love editing. All right, I got my project here, and I'll go ahead and show you what I meant by lighting and no lighting. The difference, what huge difference they could actually make when it comes to a scene. This is from my manner video. I don't know how many you guys saw that. I think there's like 100 views on that. But this is on one of the shots that I have, which snipers just kind of, or excuse me, spy. How long have I been playing TF2 and I can't tell the difference? We got the spy here, and it's just like a shot that's going under like a table and look kind of cool and artistic and whatnot. But this is not how the original shot looked like. This is without lighting. Here, I'll click on it to prove it to you. See, no lighting. I took it all off, and this is what it looks like with lighting. Now, if you can't tell the difference, you shouldn't be watching my YouTube channel. No, I'm just kidding. It's very subtle, but I mean, obviously, if you don't, without noticing like the blue and the orange lighting, it's very different. But I know some people can't tell the difference at all, which is why they're like have weird videos that have terrible lighting. But what I did was just pretty much what I did in the earlier part of the tutorial, except I had more lights. I had like this looks like I had one more extra light. But again, it's all relative. The backlight really does it all. Does most of the work, making it look more 3D. And if you notice, like this shot right here, like this, like it feels more flat. At least to me, it does. Like the lower part of the legs of the spy just feel like they're on the same plane almost. When you put them right here with the lighting, that you can tell this one's farther, just because of all the lighting there. At least to me it looks like, but again, lighting is extremely relative. And again, like with this table right here, add the lighting, makes it look closer instead of without it, which makes it look they're all in the same place. I'll go back and forth a few times so you can see and notice the different things, how more 3D it looks. If you can't see the 3D difference, then I don't know what to say. No, seriously, it makes a huge difference in your videos if you use the 3-point lighting correctly. It took me a long time to figure it out. I mean, I took classes in school and such, and they taught me how to do 3-point lighting, and 3-point lighting is still tricky depending on what you're trying to show. You don't always need 3-point lighting. I mean, you might use like one light. Again, totally depending on what you're actually doing. I mean, if you have like a scene where you're just like, sorry about that. I was just scrolling through the video. If you have a scene where you have just a spotlight on somebody, like an interrogation type of deal, you might just use one light. Or a film noir type movies use only backlights, make it look more I don't know, old school, I guess, like only backlights, which is kind of a cool effect. I might do one tutorial just to show you different styles, because different types of movies have different types of styles, and lighting will completely change what the style of the movie is. It sets the mood from funny to serious to whatever to completely dramatic. I mean, that's kind of the magic, I guess you can say, of movies, is that every department they can tweak something and it'll completely change the movie. But anyway, I ramble. If you like my ramblings, then that's probably why you're still watching this. But I tend to ramble when it comes to making my tutorial videos. But thanks for watching. If you like these long tutorials, let me know. If not, go ahead and hate in your comments. I like haters. I actually haven't had too many haters. But if you have a different opinion on how to do correct lighting, I mean, feel free. Just let me know. Just send me a video response or anything like that. And that's cool. Thanks for watching.